So I've got my new Snapper Pro SW35. I hate Walkbehinds, but I actually really like this one. Just when I need it on some steep hills. But anyway, I bought this Chute for my other rider Snapper Pro, actually. This one here. 150 XT. Anyway, and yeah, so once in a while you need it to block stuff, whatever. If you want to idle down, throw that down and keep some clippings out of the garden beds or whatever. Block from, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna ramble, but you get the point. Does not seal the deck up perfectly, so if you're expecting that, don't do it. I don't care what blade you run, it's just not the same. I run high lifts and I like it just for the vacuum. Draws the lawn up nicely and leaves a good cut. So anyway, I don't have time to set this up while I drill that and all that, and it's kind of a pain, but not that big a deal, just the same. Just make sure you get it on there fairly square and as flush as you can, and make sure the arm works as it should and doesn't hit anything, and drill your holes, bolt it down, show you what it looks like in a second. It's on there. And actually came out pretty darn good. I shimmed it with some 2x4s, scrap pieces I had. Got it under the flap and the deck, especially right up here. So I got it really flushed up against there and square on the bottom. Dropped down a little bit because the shims, you either go a little high or a little low. It didn't land perfectly. So you'll see that, and you can see the shavings. I literally just finished, but that bit of a lip there on the bottom, I can live with that. I was hoping to have it flush, but anyway. So yeah, shimmed them up, brought the deck down so it sat as it should. I did the center hole first. This is, of course, you have to put all this together, so as it came out of the box you need to assemble it. Pay attention to exactly this sitting on the right side of this bracket. Shim it with these black spacers, and don't snug these down all the way, leave a little gap. Same idea here. Spacers supplied, grease was supplied, I used that on this part, snugged it down most of the way but let it a little loose. Now this spring doesn't hit this. I did this is my second time. I went one size up, so 3/8, so I think they're 3/8, whatever the difference is there. But also they threw in this piece that was one of the first things I took out of the bag. Didn't realize what the heck it was for. And so this is another thing I do differently. I put this piece on this flap before, you know, setting that where you want it, drilling your holes and such. It didn't quite line up perfectly. I could have brought the angle, you know, where it should be rather than it being forward a little bit, not quite flush. But again, you know, this is the second time. First time I've ever had this piece. I'm actually going to order one for my other snapper. So looking forward to that. I mean, it's never going to be a perfect seal, but the little gaps there, they'll fill up very quickly with grass. People say you really need to, you know, those holes for air and all that. Well, if you want to clean that out about every friggin' 10 feet you go right ahead. For me, no. It's to block debris. I'm not looking for a perfect cut with it down. Basically just keeping stuff out of places where it shouldn't be. So definitely excited to try that. Check out the bit of a difference too. So not only that piece I was just pointing out down there, because these decks are a little odd, but this has a curve. This is like now channeled. Check out my old one. Yeah, not so channeled. The other one, the new one, moves nicely. Granted, the spring's better, but this one's a little not bad, but gets the job done. This one here, yeah, it just I don't even know if I had done something wrong, but anyway, this has always been like kind of close, not too big a deal, but this bolt here could shorten that. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Not a big deal. Gets the job done. Actually needs to be tightened up, but anyway, again, rather happy of the outcome. If I do it a third time, I'm sure it'll be perfect. So I got this from Ballard Products. Shout out to them. Gotta say thank you. They sent me an email after I ordered it, like a day or two. I think I ordered on the weekend, so I was a little kind of sad because like, oh, we need more info. Like, what do you need more info for? So once I told them what this thing was, they threw this piece in, and I'm actually glad. So now I got a part number, and I'm going to order that. For this thing. And yeah, I don't know if it'll make a massive difference or what, but alright, I think that's it. No, it's not it. So and my other one too, I ended up bending this. It sticks out a tad, you know, farther than I'd like. So rather than it being here, I'd like it to be more, you know, here, kind of trim, and basically bring it in like, I don't know how many degrees that is, 10 or so, something like that. Probably end up, you know, taking it off and bending it there as it should be. But for now, for tonight, I've already been here a couple hours longer than I'd like. I'm hungry. I'm leaving. Good night.